afternoon, Rebels, and welcome to our Thursday episode of Studio G. I'm Annabelle Rocha.
And I'm Nicole Soto.
Faraday Future, an upstart electric vehicle company, announced earlier this week that it plans to continue construction soon on a North Las Vegas manufacturing plant, where the company says it will begin producing cars in 2018. Studio G reporter Alyssa Truesdale spoke with North Las Vegas Mayor John Lee about the exciting expansions coming soon to the city.
Standing in front of the North Las Vegas City Hall, where I just met with Mayor John Lee to discuss the exciting expansions that are happening to North Las Vegas, including Faraday and Bed Bath & Beyond. Mayor John Lee says soon there will be no reason anybody will have to leave North Las Vegas.
I've got some big plans out there. I want to do that's just a big number, 100 million square feet of new industrial and commercial property. So that's like taking 12 inches by 12 inches of concrete and figure out how 100 million square feet is. That is a huge growth investment into our community. But I know when I accomplish this goal that people in North Las Vegas no longer will have to go to a mall over on the other side of town or a restaurant over there. We will supply all the amenities. I see a day that North Las Vegas residents will not go out of North Las Vegas anymore. They'll have their educational opportunities here with CSNs. They'll have the business jobs that are here, the restaurants that they want to hear, the movie theaters they want to hear. I doubt they'll ever know where Henderson is when we get done building this place.
North Las Vegas Mayor John Lee discusses the developments coming to North Las Vegas, including Faraday and Hyperloop. Hyperloop is described on their website as a new way to move people and things at airline speeds for the price of a bus ticket.
We're going to be the champions. There'll be more money made in North Las Vegas than anywhere else in this valley based upon the assets that we have here. More millionaires will be made, money will be made in this area than anywhere else. If this is where money is and this is where it's going, you need to get in the middle of it, and it's going to North Las Vegas with all these huge companies, with Hyperloop, with Faraday, with all these companies that are coming in. This is where we will redefine what Las Vegas is, and we will diversify our economy because of North Las Vegas.
Mayor John Lee foresees North Las Vegas as being the shining star, a place for residents of neighboring states to want to move to.
I'm here to tell you North Las Vegas is going to be the shining star of everybody from California who wants to come and actually finally move here and get away from all that regulation and the permitting issues and all the requirements and the EPA issues they have in California. We're going to be the answer to that here. So we're excited, and I think my goal is someday to vote for you for mayor. How's that?
Reporting from Studio G, I'm Alyssa Truesdale.
I think we can all share the optimism Mayor John Lee has in regards to the expansions happening to North Las Vegas. We will continue to follow the progression of developments like Faraday in the upcoming months as we are eager to see what the future holds. We also wish Mayor Lee the best of luck in the upcoming election.
In 2013, it was reported that 22 veterans a day commit suicide. Noel Guerta said he owes his life to a program called Merging Veterans and Players, also known as MVP. Guerta became the executive director for the Las Vegas branch of the MVP program and tells us about how it changed his life.
I got shot in Afghanistan at the back of the neck. It was very hard for me when I transitioned. I went in, I went into deep depression, and where I was trying to find a way out, trying to maybe try to commit suicide, and it was a really hard time.
Extreme Couture hosts the MVP program where a retired athlete teaches vets CrossFit and MMA moves. It's a chance for athletes and vets to meet new people going through similar situations and hopefully make the transition process easier.
We do 1 hour of doing CrossFit mixed with MMA training, and then for the other hour portion of our program, we do campfire talk, where we all sit down and talk about our issues and talk about how our day was. We have men, we have women here. Everybody's welcome. You don't have to be a combat veteran. You don't have to be, professional athlete. At this moment, we just want to make sure that every veteran, any person in need, has a place for them to come in. They don't have to pay anything. That's the best part of this program. It's completely free. You just come in, bring your body. Bring your body. You don't have to bring any equipment, any gloves or anything. And we want to continue growing. We are going to do nationwide. That's our strategic plan for the future.
The MVP program takes place at Extreme Couture on West Sunset Road every Thursday at 2 p.m.
4 years ago, UNLV's solar team took first in the nation for their innovative and sustainable home design. This year's team is looking to win it again. Ashley Renan has more.
UNLV's Solar Decathlon team is at it again, gearing up for this year's collegiate competition.
My name is Nasko Vlachiev, and I am a first-year graduate student of architecture here at UNLV, and I'm also the student project manager for the 2017 Solar Decathlon team.
The 2017 Solar Decathlon, hosted by the U.S. Department of Energy, is still 8 months away, but Team Las Vegas has been preparing for quite some time.
I've been working on this for about a year now, and we've got another couple months to get the project built.
To better prepare, a team of local architects made their rounds reviewing and asking questions about the design. Some even writing notes on design prints the team pinned up.
My name is David Schmidt. I am an architect, an urban planner, land planner, and a city planner. I'm a technical advisor to the students and the faculty. I've been pointing out a few things to the students that, probably still needs a little attention, but the project's coming along very well.
UNLV's 2013 solar team took first in the nation and second in the world for their Desert Soul home design, which is now on display at the Springs Preserve. This year's theme is titled Age in Place.
Design is really inspired by Las Vegas and kind of the modern architecture we had in the 1950s and 60s here. And we feel that that really relates to the target market, which is people who are baby boomers and transitioning into a later phase in their life. And that house combines some of those designs of the past with modern technology to create a house that's really accessible and doesn't inhibit you psychologically or physiologically.
What's it like being a part of this massive project?
It's insane. Due dates, deliveries, having to work with different people, different kind of approaches to designing the building, engineering, architecture, communications all coming together. So there's a lot of difficulties, but at the same time, there's a lot of really great learning experiences that come along with it.
Team Las Vegas will present their Age in Place home design in Denver, Colorado, October 5th through 9th and the 12th to the 15th. Reporting for Studio G, I'm Ashley Renan.
To follow the team's progress, visit their website at unlvsd.com. So what do you think about the solar team?
I'm so excited to follow them and see how good they do this year. I have a good feeling. They came in first 4 years ago.
They'll win it. It's their time.
Yeah, for sure. Coming up next, we'll take a look at what's happening around the country.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
From the Las Vegas community is welcome. We can get more people into the nutrition center, get them more educated, then they can learn what ways to prevent chronic diseases and to become healthier individuals. All classes are held in BHS building, Bigelow Health Sciences, room 212, and the times vary, but you could always check them at the UNLV calendar or UNLV Today, and all the classes, times, and descriptions are available there.
Welcome back. Now let's take a look at our national news. Prominent free speech advocate Milo Yiannopoulos has lost his $250,000 book deal with Simon & Schuster. Controversial audio of Yiannopoulos resurfaced over the weekend, which led to the publishing company's decision to cancel the book deal. He was a guest on the Drunken Peasants podcast, as well as the Joe Rogan Experience, where he made comments allegedly endorsing pedophilia. Yiannopoulos has since been disinvited from speaking at the Conservative Political Action Conference and resigned from his position as senior editor at Breitbart News. Yesterday at 2 p.m. was the official deadline to evacuate the federal land located near the Dakota Access Pipeline. This area has been home to protesters and locals fighting against the construction of this pipeline for the past several months. While about 150 protesters marched arm in arm out of the camp, up to 75 stayed behind to continue the fight against federal orders. Police have arrested about 10 protesters. The Trump administration has retracted federal guidelines put into place by former President Barack Obama regarding transgender students and the ability to use the bathroom of their choosing. The Obama administration implemented federal protection guidelines for transgender students and public school restrooms. Under the Obama-era guidelines, students were allowed to utilize school restrooms and locker rooms that corresponded with their gender identities. The Trump administration defends the rights that each state has and claims that this decision was made to keep all students safe. A newly discovered cluster of 7 Earth-sized worlds have been seen orbiting a star close to planet Earth. The star being orbited is a dwarf star named TRAPPIST-1 and is located in the constellation of Aquarius. NASA has stated that it is 39 light years away, making them in reasonable distance to possibly be warm enough for water. The discovery has thrilled astronomers, and it gives them hope that the search for life outside of our planet may begin sooner than previously expected. That was your national news segment for the day.
Now let's take a look at today's weather. How's it looking today, Kayleen?
Hello, I'm Kayleen, and this is your weather forecast for today. So we're looking at 50 degrees, highest is 57, low is 42, and it's looking sunny outside. Next, here in Seattle, this is from SeattlePI.com. Unfortunately, Seattle is expecting some chances of showers heading their way. There is a possible chance that it's going to turn into snow, so let's hope that it doesn't last too long and everything will clear up really, really soon. Now let's look at your 5-day forecast. On Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, it is sunny and mostly sunny, but unfortunately, we hit a little bump in the road on Sunday and Monday. Chances of showers are coming up. As you can see, we go into the 60s, but at night, it is 40 degrees. Let's take a look into our valley. The highest is going to be 54, lowest is 48. As you can see, we're pretty consistent in the 50s. Next up here at UNLV, it is 52 degrees. The wind speed is 22 miles per hour, so it's pretty windy outside, so hold on to your jackets, your hats, and make sure to take your allergy medicine just in case. All right, now let's look at tonight. It's 40 degrees, mostly clear. Dew point is 8, so make sure you have a little slight jacket to keep you warm at night. All right, now let's look at our national forecast. As you can see, in the West Coast, there's some rain, and there's heavy snow possible in the Midwest. As for the East Coast, there's no precipitation, but heading south, there are rainstorms expected. And that's it for your weather segment for today. Up next, we're taking a closer look at a nearby small business and speaking with one of the entrepreneurs that started it all. We'll be right back.
Your community's farmers market. Welcoming, lively, friendly. A place where neighbors and friends come together to celebrate their community. With over 50 vendors, organic, sustainable, fresh produce are available just for you. Support and buy local at Fresh 52.
Welcome back to Studio G. I'm James Schaefer. Up next, we are taking a look at a local business, Baja Bar and Grill. Lee Guilford has more for us.
Baja Bar and Grill, or one of many local businesses, is running events to cater to UNLV students. Today is Super Bowl Sunday, and they're having drink specials, food specials, and tons of entertainment designed to cater to students who had a desire to get away from the dorms, get off campus, and have a little bit of fun. Let's go inside and take a look.
Hi, I'm Art Jong. I'm the owner of Baja Bar and Grill. We've been here approximately 8 years. I would say about 70% of my clientele are college students. Monday I have Bad Beer Monday. PBR is only $1. Taco Tuesday is usually my busiest day. Rebel Night on Thursdays. I did a few fundraisers with a couple of sororities and fraternities over the years.
I spoke with Joey, who's in charge of lot security, to give me a little bit of insight about the problems with UNLV students parking over here in these local businesses.
My name's Joey. I just chase off the students off our lot.
We spoke with Brian Kwan, manager at Baja Bar and Grill, to get his take on working with UNLV students.
It does come in about 80% of most of our clientele are students, but at the same time we like to support all the patrons who come by on surrounding areas here in Nevada. And I would love everybody to just give us a try here and see how our food is. Everything's always freshly made. And I think you would like the service and our environment.
For Studio G, I'm Lee Guilford.
Baja Bar and Grill seems committed to providing a quality dining experience for students who are looking for something outside of what's provided on campus. Let's hope more businesses follow their model and cater to students as well. I am here now with owner of Baja Bar and Grill, Art Jung. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for inviting me.
Of course, and with us, we also have, other than Art, we have these lovely fried Oreos. Now, these fried Oreos, I don't think, are like anywhere you can get anywhere else. Not only are they are just such an adequate price, but an adequate taste as well. So I'm going to grab a couple while we're doing the interview, if that's all right with you.
Sure.
So Art, I want to know if you can tell us a little bit about starting up the business of Baja Bar and Grill. You said you founded it on Cinco de Mayo. Can you walk us through how that first day went?
Well, our first day was a little bit hilarious. Our cook that we just hired walked out on opening day. I think he was applying for several jobs, and when we were open, I saw him on the phone, and then I turned around, he was gone. So that really put us in a hole because he was our original cook. It actually motivated me more because about a month later, he asked me, do I need any help? And I said, not from you. I mean, I can understand you got other job offers, but at least finish your shift. But luckily, you know, I lined up a couple other cooks that did very well and stayed with us for several years.
Well, very good. And it sounds like you kind of missed the boat, but I definitely, if you allow the pun, I see what he's tacoing about, right? I'm going to have one of these. So what else? So you have Taco Tuesdays as well, which is quite the hit from what I understand. Lots of university students coming in and all that. Is that correct?
That is correct. I'm originally from California. Taco Tuesday is very popular in California with Taco Tuesday. I have a lot of customers who go, ooh, I haven't had a Taco Tuesday since I was back in California. So originally when I opened, all my tacos were $1. Unfortunately, 3 years ago, I had to raise it to $1.25 because of inflation. But we have, like I said, carne asada, carnitas. Fish is one of our specialties, grilled tilapia. Our shrimp's cooked in garlic butter. In case you're vegetarian, I also offer a potato taco. And in the recent years, I trying to get a little bit more creative. I have Aloha taco, which is made with Spam. There's a lot of Hawaiians in the community. And I also started a Baja one named after the restaurant because some people are, I guess, so used to Taco Bell, they were actually looking for ground beef. So I decided I'll make a ground beef chorizo mix. And the chorizo actually changed the flavor of the ground beef.
So inflation brings up gas by $1.25, but it brings up tacos by 25 cents?
Yes.
All right. Well, so I'm going to ask you then also, you know, I myself, I'm not too much of a taco connoisseur. I do, you know, dabble in the arts just a bit. Explain to me the difference you see between tacos from Taco Bell or street tacos, like the ones you guys serve.
Well, our side is street tacos, and especially the last couple of years, street tacos got very popular. Well, Taco Bell, they use ground beef. In fact, not that I'm trying to diss Taco Bell, but I remember...
You can pull the veil right off of them. You can...
No, I remember someone was questioning the meat of Taco Bell, and someone said that's not really meat. And Taco Bell took a little time to answer, and then they said 10% of it is. So I don't know what the other 90% is. I guess it's probably soy. I don't know.
Well, then let me ask you while I'm finishing this delectable fried Oreo. I have to say, and feel free to have, I'm sure you have a lot when you go in.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so then let me ask you as well. You used to own a bar before you operated this, and your cohort, Brian, used to work at a pet store.
Correct, he had a pet store in Highland Park.
So what was the bringing together factor to making Baja Bar and Grill? You have a pet store worker and you have a bar owner. So what was that mix like?
Well, actually, I really started off working at a grocery store in South Central LA.
Oh, really?
And after the Watts riot in '65, my dad said maybe LA's too rough, so he moved us to Long Beach. And that's before Snoop Dogg came to Long Beach. Because when I tell people I graduated from Long Beach Poly, some people go, Snoop Dogg. I'm like, okay, that's true. Snoop Dogg did graduate from Long Beach Poly. From there, I wanted to get out of South Central LA, of course. Later on in my life, I started a bar in Pasadena with live music. It was called Old Town Pub. Before that, it was called Loch Ness Monster. And Brian had a pet shop in Highland Park that he loved, but the landlord raised his rent, so he decided to give it up. And I sold my bar, and I was retired. And then my father lived in Las Vegas, And I come to Las Vegas, 3 times a year from California. As you know, a majority of the people from Las Vegas do drive in from California.
Right.
And the space that I have, I don't know if some of the older students remember, it used to be called East Boy. It was a Japanese restaurant. And when he lost his contract serving for lunch, which a lot of Japanese restaurants would love to have, his business started to drop. And I told him, I said, well, if your business is not doing very well, you ever thought about changing it to Mexican food? Now, he was born in Japan, very proud man, very nice man. And I asked him the question, I said, what food is more popular, Japanese food or Mexican food? And he goes, Mexican food. And I said, what food can you sell cheaper, Japanese food or Mexican food? He said, Mexican food. And I said, what have a better profit margin, Japanese food or Mexican food? He goes, Mexican food. So I said, well, maybe you should change it to Mexican food. And he didn't, maybe took it too kindly. And then when he was selling the business, he kept dropping his price. And finally he dropped it so low, I said, you know what? I know restaurant is a very difficult business, a lot of work. In fact, growing up, a restaurant business has an 80% failure rate. It's at least that.
I think that is the first time, and I'm going to call you a taco missionary, because that's the first ever Mexican conversion I've ever heard of a Japanese chef to a Mexican chef. That's fascinating. So then you've operated this Baja Bar and Grill for 8 years now.
On Cinco de Mayo, it'll be 8 years.
8 years, yeah. So Cinco de Mayo, looking forward to that. And you were talking about how Cinco de Mayo, even though when you guys founded it, ended up not being the most apt time to have it, right?
Yes, like I said, I'm originally from California. I didn't realize the students were taking their finals. So like my business and the surrounding business, including In-N-Out, during the summertime, their business dropped because a lot of kids do not go to summer school.
Well, I don't know about you, but whenever I think about students around finals, I think the thing they want to do most is drink beer and eat tacos. So you might be onto something there. Well, I want to thank you, Art, for being on the show, and thank you for these lovely fried Oreos. I think I'm addicted now. So I'm gonna have to go to AA meetings for fried Oreos now. So thank you, Art.
Thank you.
And when we come back, we'll be taking a look at how a UNLV boxer trains and the initiatives the NHL is taking to be more inclusive. We'll be right back after this.
Sunday evening jazz. I mainly play a lot of contemporary jazz music from the 1960s up until about 2012, 2013. When I go on, just explain who it was, the name of the song, the name of the artist, maybe the name of the album, their career. I just hope that everybody enjoys it and appreciate it for the kind of music it is and how great it is. My name is Sam, and I host Sunday Evening Jazz on the rebelhd2.com.
To do an internship, you have to do an internship. It's one of the requirements for a journalism major. You have to do an internship before you can graduate.
Definitely having an internship as a requirement really helps push yourself out there and to just remind you that your graduation is coming up soon. You're going to have to need some work experience in your career. So it's really good to put yourself out there early on, and they tend to help students a lot more. So when you do a student internship, it really helps out a lot.
I really enjoy doing my show. I love all types of rock, and that's why I'm doing Rock Through the Decades. We play the 50s all the way to today's rock music or rock bands. I want them to get the appreciation of how much rock has changed over the years and how it's still really great. You can never kill rock. I mean, rock is like the way to be, the way to go. The name of my show is Rock Through the Decades, and I am Rockin' Gemini. You can listen to this on the Rebel HD2 network.
Welcome back to Studio G. Xavier Williams is a rising star of UNLV boxing. He is looking to go pro at the end of this year, and on February 25th, he is fighting at the University of California, Berkeley to spread the word of his name. Studio G's own Yuri Andreashuk caught up with Williams to talk about his come up in boxing, his upcoming fight, and his intentions to go pro.
Xavier Williams has been one of the top boxers at UNLV.
Weighing in at 141 pounds, along with the 6-3 record, Williams is looking to take over the Las Vegas boxing scene. Williams is preparing for a fight at the University of California, Berkeley on February 25th. His preparations for the matchup has been disciplined, and he is putting in the work needed to prevail in the fight. Williams discussed his upcoming fight along with his intentions to go pro over the next year.
I came from Washington, D.C. to come to UNLV for boxing. It's a dream. You gotta be a dream chaser. You gotta go after what you want in life. So that's what I did. I started at the age of 11. I started with my dad, and he taught me from up and in. And I used to watch Muhammad Ali. That was my number one inspiration, RIP Muhammad Ali. And we got a fight coming up February 25th on Saturday at Cal Berkeley at the Haas Pavilion in California. So come out there, support, man. You know, we've been working hard for this. And we going pro. We just looking for a big promoter, a big manager. And we just looking for the big picture, and I know God got me. RIP on Lily, RIP on B. We're going big, and I'm doing it for them and God.
On February 25th, Williams will look to stamp his name as one of the most dominant athletes in the Las Vegas area. For Studio G, I'm Yuri Andryashuk.
It's good to see more athletes get noticed for their achievements here at UNLV. Good luck to Williams on Saturday.
The NHL declared February as Hockey is for Everyone Month. Let's see what different teams are doing to make hockey an all-inclusive sport for members of the LGBTQ and Muslim community. Albania Guido has more.
The National Hockey League's Hockey is for Everyone initiative has been in full swing all month. The Washington Capitals hosted Fatima Al-Ali, a player for the United Arab Emirates women's national hockey team. Because of the initiative, Al-Ali had the opportunity to practice with the Capitals and then drop the puck for a ceremonial face-off between her longtime favorite player, Capitals captain Alex Ovechkin, and Detroit Red Wings captain Henrik Zetterberg. Al-Ali even took her cell phone out to capture the moment with a selfie with the two players. The Philadelphia Flyers hosted a girls' skating extravaganza, and the New York Islanders held a wheelchair game against students with disabilities, where they were met with fierce competition and lost 3-4. In partnership with the You Can Play Project, a nonprofit committed to supporting the LGBTQ community and fighting homophobia in sports, each team designated one player to be its You Can Play ambassador, a leader on and off the ice on diversity, equality, and inclusion. The Los Angeles Kings had Robbie Rogers of the LA Galaxy soccer team, the first openly gay man in major pro sports, drop the ceremonial puck during their Pride Night. The Edmonton Oilers went all out for their Pride Night, using pride tape on their sticks during warm-ups, selling it in the arena, and even had a pride flag projected onto the ice. Each team is hosting their own Pride Night, and Hockey is for Everyone Month will conclude when the San Jose Sharks hold their own Pride Night on March 2nd against the Vancouver Canucks. For Studio G, I'm Albania Guido.
It's great to see all types of different people enjoying such a fun sport. You know, I've never played hockey, but I would like to watch it now that we have especially the T-Mobile Arena, and now we can watch it here at Vegas.
And seeing how they're so inclusive, it kind of makes me more interested in the sport too.
Well, thank you for watching our Thursday episode of Studio G. Remember to follow us on social media at UNLV Studio.
I'm Annabelle Rocha.
And I'm Nicole Soto. We'll see you tomorrow for this week's last episode of Studio G.
Okay, cool. Ready?